The video that I'm going to tell you how to study for statistics. It applies more to my online course than my in-person course because you can ask me questions about that in the in-person class. So obviously you would have started here and watched all these videos and read this before you got here. So you know how to find the content, okay? You'll have read the syllabi, okay? Okay, so this is called the course schedule. It has dates, as you've already seen, and then you will notice for each of the days I will have a lecture. Okay, this is what I use in person when I talk. I called this the book, right? This is my free book to you. You should read it. And if you have an in-person class, you want to read it, right? Either before or after lecture. Same if you are in an online class, because I also have lectures here. I've already shown you how to do this, but I think nowadays when you click on these, they make you use your UH password. Let me see if that's still. Yeah, so I don't want to do it. Huh? Oh yeah, no, I don't want to go through all that. But basically, I've already gone and shown you the videos before. Apologize. Okay, so back here. So we're going to read, we're going to watch the lecture, right? And you'll notice we have practice problems. Okay, here's the cool thing about this class, is that you study not by going over your lecture notes. I do think that when you're either in class or watching a lecture, you should take your own notes. Do not just rely upon my lecture notes that I've given you, my text, if you will. Take your own notes because that's active learning. Okay, another thing, the cool part is you don't need to study those notes, right? But that active learning of taking notes will help you solidify. And then what you do is you do the practice problems. And if you can get all these practice problems correct without looking at the answers, I always give you the answers, as you can see that, answers below. Okay, if you can do those correctly without looking, you know you're good, right? So I would do that. So I'd watch the lecture, read the lecture, do some practice problems till I can get them right without looking. Okay, I would do that for all of the content, okay, for a particular test. And then, for example, for an online test, the first two tests, or the first two tests in an in-person class are going to be bubble tests. And in an in-person class, there'll be some computations, which we'll talk about in person. But basically, for the first two tests, if you can do the practice problems and get the answers correct without looking, you're ready to take the exam. Okay? So that is my best attempt to explain to you how you study for the online exams. And then for the take-home exams, after the first two tests, there will be take-home exams. You can see test 3 and 4 there. Watch this video, okay? I tell you how to do well and how to avoid cheating, and that'll teach you how to study for the take-home tests. All right, that's the end of the video. Let me know if you have questions.